After 32 years in the United Kingdom, a Nigerian who was born in the UK has been refused his British citizen application. Is fighting for his citizenship. This is a young man who has lived in the United Kingdom, the country he calls his home. He does not have any other attachment. He has never left the UK. Sit back as we share this story that hopefully someone will learn a lesson from the story of Olu. Olu's mom came to the UK first. She came with his elder brother who was born in Nigeria. The elder brother was only 2 years old when he arrived in the UK with his mom. When they arrived in the UK, mom eventually had Olu in the UK in 1991. Eventually, Olu lived his life, his early life, primary school, secondary school. Everything was fine. He did not have any problem in primary and secondary school. In fact, Olu thought he was 100% British. He speaks with a British accent. He has never left this country before. When Olu was 13, he fell victim for the county line. He was groomed and he started involving in drug dealing. He got involved in drug dealing when he was 16. The law caught up with Olu. He was sent to jail. Between the age of 16 to 20, this young man was in prison reflecting. When he eventually was released, Olu made a vow to his family, to himself, and to his creator that he was going to turn his life around. He was never going to get involved in any drug again. He started working as a youth worker. He was trying to help other young children who were vulnerable and fell for gang and other criminal activities not to go through the pathway and make the mistake that he made. He was volunteering. He was very, very active. In fact, he did not have any problem with the law when he was released from prison. When he was 21 years old, Olu was having a chat with his friends. A lot of them were telling Olu, oh, I'm going on holiday, I'm going to Spain, I'm going on this place. And this young man felt, yes, after all, I'm turning my life around now. I've got myself a job. Let me still try apply for my British passport so that I can go away. Meanwhile, the mom only had visiting visa when she gave birth to Olu in 1991. When Olu applied for his British passport, he was shocked when the Home Office told him that he is not British. Olu did not know what to do. This is a man who has lived in the UK at that time for more than 21 years. He has never left the country before. Although his mom is Nigerian, his parents are Nigerian, this guy does not know any other country. He has never stepped his foot on Nigeria. When the Home Office refused Olu's passport application, the shock, that was when Olu started mingling with other people who had similar situation. He started hearing rumors about people who were born in the UK who are currently being held in deportation camp awaiting deportation. Olu started playing low. He said when he was going to work at that time, he had to hide. He was worried that if he was apprehended, he could be in for serious trouble and heading to Nigeria, a country that he's never been before. So he was living in the UK. Technically, he's British, but he's not British. The man said he was living on fear. Every time he hears the siren, he just has started having panic attack. Oh, they are coming for me. They are coming for me. They are coming for me. He was now worried. He was worried to the point where he did not know it was affecting his concentration at work. He went back to his mom and said, what is going on? The mom became tearful. Mom felt she let her son down. Meanwhile, his mom eventually got herself sorted with Olu's elder brother, whom she brought from Nigeria. But mom assumed that Olu is already British by the courtesy of the fact that he was born in the UK. She doesn't need to worry about Olu. She only needs to worry about herself and the child that she brought from Nigeria. So the mom herself, she was devastated. She was shocked. She did not know what to do. And the saddest part of this story is that Olu and his mom, they would approach lawyers, and lawyers would tell them, we don't know what to do with this, because this is not something that we deal with every time. You were born in the UK. You have lived in the UK all your life. You are British. We don't know what to do. Olu, after all the frustration, that was when Olu was then introduced to a charity called Project for the Registration of British Citizens. He was introduced to this charity, and this charity, they started trying to help Olu. Meanwhile, the charity reported that there are a lot of children in Olu's case, that Olu's case is not isolated. It's one of those cases that when somebody tells you, you don't believe it, because somebody who has lived in the UK, born in the UK, 30-something years, is still not have, it's been denied British passport. When the Home Office denied his British passport, they told him that he did not pass. When this charity picked up Olu's case, if the first time Home Office denied him, they didn't even tell him the reasons. When the charity then picked up Olu's case and they were advocating for him, the Home Office then came back and said, you know what? Olu did not pass the good character test because he spent 4 years in prison. This was a young man who was arrested when he was 16. He was vulnerable, and before you know what, he was sent to jail. So the Home Office came back and said they cannot grant him citizenship because Olu has not passed the good character test. Meanwhile, if Olu's mom had known when Olu was 10 years old, she could have registered him as a British citizen. Because if a child is born in the UK, even if the parent doesn't have settled status or they are living in the country illegally, as long as they can evidence that the child is born in the UK and the child has never lived outside the UK before, the child they can apply for passport for this child. So the mom completely missed that, and a lot of people are saying that even if mom want to apply, that a lot of people are being put off applying for their children because there is a cost of £1,214. Now, only those that can evidence that they are in care, children who are in care of the government, that those are the ones that are exempted. That it doesn't matter, anyone will have to pay if they pass the good character test, that they have to pay it. So this charity took up Olu's case. When the Home Office told them that they do not agree, that Olu cannot get citizenship because he went to jail, that was when the charity started arguing that this crime was committed when this boy was still under 18. And the charity said there are lots of children who, for things like shoplifting, in a lot of cases, these children have not even been charged to court. Once they have, the Home Office look at their record, it was recorded that they were arrested for shoplifting or anything like that. Even if they have not even been charged to court, they will use it as an excuse to refuse them on the ground of good character. So the charity then argued Olu's case. They were able to make a persuasive case. And meanwhile, Olu is now 34 years old, never left the country before, and is even worried that they might even stop him from working. After battling front and back, Olu had given up hope that everything is gone. It was one day he got a call from this charity, and the charity then told him, Olu, we have a good news for you. We have managed to overturn the Home Office objection, and your passport, your citizenship has now been approved. Despite the fact that Olu has been working as a youth worker, he has been volunteering, he has been helping other children so that they did not make the mistake that he made. For 34 years, Olu was born in the UK, but he could not claim to be British. He only got the passport not so long ago, and Olu said he was relieved. As soon as he got the passport, he just flew to Fiji Island. He said that is the place that he has always been before. So if you know anyone who is in similar situation, I have put the link and the contact details of this charity. They are helping a lot of people, helping children born in the UK to parents who are undocumented, who have lived in the UK, the children for more than 10 years. Mind you, if the parents get their immigration status, they can actually apply for this child to be British before the child reaches 10. So for the citizenship in the UK can only be acquired either one of the parents holds a British passport or one of the parents hold indefinite leave to remain. So if you are either EU national or you hold any other country's passport, you have indefinite leave to remain. As long as you have the indefinite leave to remain, when your child was born, automatically that child is British. And the good character, which have been used to refuse a lot of people, just basically means that if you have anything to show that you have committed any sort of crime, you will be refused. So that is Olu's case. Anyone that wants to read on the case can type in Olushowe Mimo is there. And thank you, Olu, for sharing your story. And there are a lot of people who will benefit. So if you know anyone who is in similar situation, share the story with them. There is a link to contact the charity in the description section for anyone that is in similar situation. Don't forget to share this video, give it a like, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Olu has managed to get himself sorted after 30